Hello, peoples. It is time for the 2025 Oscars. I am about a half an hour late to this. I ate dinner with my family. I'm sure they haven't announced that much. I'm just going to fast forward through and then catch up. So, yeah, I have my predictions. I promise you guys I am not cheating. I know I didn't do a predictions video, but I am not cheating. I have my predictions right here. We'll see how I do out of the 23 categories. And yeah, I'm excited. I think I am predicting for a kind of a Nora sweep, but if we don't get that, then I won't be surprised. Conclave is number 2, and part of me wants to predict Conclave because a few months ago I was that guy saying it's going to be Conclave, it's going to be Conclave, it's going to be Conclave, but I think it's going to be Anora. So let's just hope I hope it's not Conclave, just so I can say just so I don't look back and go, dang it, I should have stuck with my initial prediction. But yeah, I know the order of the announcements, but I don't want to look back on my phone because of announcements and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Best Supporting Actor is first, which is the most obvious category, I think, which is Kieran Culkin. So yeah, let's just get into these awards and see what happens. And yeah, let's hope that we are not in for anything too bad. It's a very unpredictable night, that is for sure. Honestly, they did a better job lighting this than they did the actual movie. Okay, Best Supporting Actor time. Like I said, I know what this is. It's going to be Kieran Culkin. It's the most obvious one. I really hope that they bring back. I heard that they bring back Clips, so let's hope that they do bring back Clips. Jeremy Strong should be winning. I think Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice is one of the best performances of the year. And the fact that he's not front running this is like sad if you ask me. But Kieran Culkin's great. So
Pucker up, gentlemen. And the Oscar goes to Kieran Culkin.
what? Just kidding. I thought they were doing Clips. Where's the Clips? I guess we're not doing Clips. Okay. The biggest shocker of the night, everybody. Starting out smooth before anything goes crazy. Okay, I'm all caught up. All I missed was the most obvious award, so that's lovely. Now I can check Twitter. Yeah, everyone else is upset that there was no acting clips. What the heck? We are doing best animated film. The order that I got from was this from Matt Neglia? He was wrong. So I have no idea what the order is going to be. I think this is going to be The Wild Robot. If not, then it's going to be Flow. I'm very curious to see what it is. Signs point to Wild Robot, but if it's not, then we'll have a cool surprise. And if we are starting with cool surprises this early, it will be a very nervous night. So let's just see if this is going to go smooth, what I think it's going to be, or if it's going to be chaos. And it could very well be chaos. Okay.
Okay, and the Oscar goes to Flo.
Okay. We're in for a wild night, I think. I think if we're starting out crazy like this early, okay, okay. That's crazy because The Wild Robot got other nominations outside of animated feature. It got a nomination for sound, score. Did it get a nomination for score? I'm pretty sure I got a nomination for score. Yeah, I got a nomination for sound, score, and original song, and it still lost animated feature. I guess the nominations enough, does a lot, but that's crazy. Like I knew it was gonna be tight, but here we go. That's all I have to say so far. I gotta watch this cat movie now. Animated short. I just honestly went off of what people were saying, and that was yuck. I don't know any of these. Never seen any of them. I just went off of what people were saying. So
The Oscar goes to In the Shadow of the Cypress.
okay, wow. Then was anybody predicting that? I don't know. I'm doing great so far. 1 for 3. Okay, now we have the official order. Thank you. Who posted this? Eric Davis. Thank you for Eric Davis for posting the corrected version of that. Okay, so it's gonna go animated feature, animated short, costume, original screenplay. Oh God, we're getting original screenplay very early, and that's gonna be a huge tell for the rest of the night. If Anora gets screenplay, I'm gonna feel fine for the rest of this award ceremony because I feel like if it's getting screenplay, then it's gonna get picture. But oops, I mean that'd be. But if the substance gets screenplay, I wouldn't really be mad at that. In fact, that's probably what I would vote for. So and then after original screenplay is adapted screenplay, obviously makeup and hair, editing. Wow, so we're gonna know pretty early on how we're doing with when it comes to Anora getting picture. I would say obviously Anora is definitely the front runner and what I think will win, but it's very, very light. You know, I would not be surprised at all. I mean, I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be like flabbergasted if Conclave snuck up and, you know, took picture. But it also depends on how some of these could go. If, you know, if Anora snatches original screenplay, you know, then I think we're okay. But then editing, I think, is going to go to Conclave. We really won't know because, like, let's say hypothetical, Anora misses screenplay to Substance, and then it misses editing, which I already think it will probably. And then the next category that won't really define how it's going is directing, and that's very, very late. So if we don't get some type of assurance early on, we're going to go to the rest of this whole entire ceremony not really knowing for sure if Anora is winning. But regardless, I still think it is, no matter what goes wrong. Best costume design, this is Wicked. This is very obvious. And while, you know, I didn't even love Wicked, I can say undoubtedly that Wicked deserves both of those Oscars. The Oscar goes to...
Wicked, Paul.
Yep. What a shocker. The Academy knows which awards are the most, like, you know, there's no way that they don't. They have to know which ones are, like, the most, like, you know, who's going to get it, who's not going to get it, and they must put it in the order of, like, you know, I mean, they did put animated feature pretty early, so, and that was a shocker. Yeah, I mean, like I said, completely deserved, even though I didn't love the movie, so completely deserved. Next is original screenplay. I mean, I don't know why I'm so scared about this category. I just feel like if there's a shocker, it's going to be here. And if you know, it doesn't shock me, you know, if they go for Anora, I'm going to feel great about the rest of the night with my predictions. But if they don't, then I'm going to feel just leery about it. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, like, part of me wants to switch up just so I can, you know, feel something instead of just, like, you know, be like, yeah, yep. But I think for animated feature, I can't, you know, usually, you know, I've been going the predictions of, you know, the more accessible, well, widely acclaimed animated film, but I think you're gonna have to start predicting the, you know, more niche kind of, you know, film that isn't necessarily only meant for kids. I haven't seen Flow, so I don't know if it's a kids animated film or not, but just going based off of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and then what one last year, that Boy and the Heron, you know, you're probably gonna, like, the way that we predict this category is gonna probably change permanently, unless if it, you know, like, sways the other way again. So, ooh, Dune.
Dune is about the relationship of human with nature. It is important to bring that nature to the screen.
They show these clips of Dune 2, and I'm just so absolutely stunned and floored. I cannot comprehend how this is not sweeping technically. Why am I so nervous about this? Is people predicting? I feel like most people are predicting, you know, Anora, right? Are most people predicting Anora? I just remember, like, this was, like, so scattered, you know, amongst the wins, and yeah, most people, not everyone, but most people are predicting Anora. So let's hope that we get it. So we're doing clips for screenplay, but we can't do it for acting. That makes no sense.
Anora.
Okay. Yep. Okay. It's boring, but, you know, I'm happy I got a category right. I'm very happy for Sean Baker. It's a fantastic screenplay. Like I said, even, you know, with the Substance there, like, both of those are amazing choices, and I'm so happy that Sean Baker got this. Okay, so adapted screenplay, this is one of the most obvious categories, and it is going to be Conclave. Yeah, I rewatched Conclave last night. Still a fantastic screenplay. Fantastic screenplay. I really like Conclave. It's not my favorite, but they're all, you know, there's only 3 Best Picture nominees that I don't like, and you can watch my ranking video that I just uploaded yesterday. You want to know what should have been nominated? Dune Part 2. Want to know what also Dune Part 2 should have been nominated for is director. But no, we're just gonna ignore those 2 very important things. Sing Sing is a really fantastic screenplay, and so is Nickel Boys. Like, dang. You know, I said, like, I know I'm happy Conclave is winning something, but looking at the other nominations, I'm like, I feel like we could pick something better. But like Sing Sing wasn't nominated for picture. This is what a weird year for nominations.
Conclave.
Yep. The score to the Conclave is really good too. I think The Brutalist is better. But want to know what should have been nominated for score? Hans Zimmer for Dune Part 2, but the Academy is like, it's too similar to the first one, even though we'll nominate John Williams every single time he does the same exact Star Wars score. And if you actually listen to the scores, like actually listen to them, they are really different. And supporting actress, I have a friend, by the way. He is convinced somehow that Ariana Grande is winning. And I try to tell him that, you know, it's like not happening. It's like not. The reason why I'm saying this is just in case if on the 0.2% chance that Ariana Grande does win Best Supporting Actress, then, you know, just say that, you know, somehow Trace knew. I know I talked about Emilia Perez in my ranking video, but just in case you didn't watch it, I'll just say it's Oscar bait. I don't think it's as horrible as some people say it is. It's like, I don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. But Best Picture, so like, what are we doing? You know. Best makeup and hair. This is gonna be The Substance. Well, I do say, oh god, I was about to say maybe Nosferatu deserves it, but looking at The Substance, yeah, it deserves it.
The Substance.
Yep. Not surprised if there was an upset there, then I would have been like, crap, why didn't I change my prediction to Mickey Madison? I am predicting Demi Moore. I know that's another big one, like, but it's still incredible that a movie like this just won an Oscar. That's great. Like, I'm so happy that, you know, the Academy's starting to accept more movies that are, you know, in the horror genre and body horror, you know, movies that are gross like that. So I'm happy that, you know, they're starting to realize that, hey, these are movies too. It's like, you know, best makeup, and they just show a bunch of pictures of like Demi Moore looking absolutely awful. Not of her, you know, it's the makeup, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, focus camera, please. Like, how is that not funny? You know, I stubbed my pinky toe like 2 weeks ago, and it still kind of hurts. I'm kind of convinced that I might have like fractured or broke it, and now it's just like this. Why is this in my Oscars video? I don't know. Editing time, Conclave time. You know, if Conclave loses here, I can just confidently sit back and be like, yep, Honora's got this. I mean, what else could win besides Conclave or Honora? It's gonna be Conclave. If Honora wins this, then Sean Baker comes up again because he did so much for this movie. It'd be really funny. I mean, The Brutalist does have a case to make. It's a very well-edited movie. It's 3.5 hours long. That's an achievement. Conclave is a very well-edited movie. I mean, minus Emilia Perez and Wicked, it's just really solid editing lineup with those 3 really strong contenders. I mean, like I said, I enjoy the experimentative nature of Emilia Perez with the editing, even though I didn't think it quite worked out for them. I swear to God, if there's a Wicked upset, because I'm not going to say that's impossible, it would make me upset.
Honora.
What? We are sweeping a second Oscar. Oh my God. I'm happy with this win. I'm happy to be wrong. Wow. Conclave is not winning Best Picture. Honora's winning Best Picture. Sean Baker's about to probably walk away with 4 Oscars tonight. That is insane. Have we ever seen one singular person win 4 Oscars for one movie? Like, when they're not even like, that is crazy. That is crazy. I mean, good for her. I loved Honora. My second favorite movie of the year, if you know. I mean, this should be going to Dune Part 2, but I've accepted at this point that, you know, that is, you know, not happening. And so if that's not happening, then Honora is the movie I would like to see it go to. Next up is Best Supporting Actress. I think this is clearly going to be Zoe Saldana. Let's see if my friend's weird hunch is right, though.
And the Oscar goes to Zoe Saldana.
He just texted me. It's definitely going to be Zoe, but I stand my... No take backsies, okay? Yeah, this was obvious. We obviously knew this was going to happen. She's had a long career, and she's done some fantastic films. She's been in some of the highest grossing movies of all time. I feel like this is a career award. That's fine. We can just pretend that this is for Avatar: The Way of Water. You know, if Timothy Chalamet wins for A Complete Unknown, I'm just gonna tell myself it's for Dune. So it's nice to see Zoe Saldana get her long-deserved award for Avatar: The Way of Water. And yeah, so I don't know what's next. Oh, we got sound. I'm actually nervous about this category because everyone's seeming to kind of think that it's going to be a complete unknown now. And I had someone yell at me on Twitter earlier, but let's just give Dune at least 2 Oscars. if Dune came out in November, it'd be sweeping right now. Like every single tech, it probably would even have Best Picture in sight. But no, the release date ruined its chances, and here we are in this, nightmare scenario where we just kind of had to like pat Dune 2 on the back with just 2 awards. And if people are now all of a sudden saying, "Oh, well, I think it's gonna be a complete unknown for sound," it gets me scared because it's like, dang, are we just gonna give Dune visual effects? Like seriously, like I know Dune Part 1 won a lot, but I do think that Dune Part 2 is so much better and does so much more to the point where I do believe it deserves a second round of praise. And then if, hope maybe Dune Messiah will, pick up where this one slacked off because, it's going to be Denis, final outing in the series. And maybe he'll finally get that deserved director nomination and a win. It's time for production design, and it's obviously going to be Wicked. Conclave wouldn't be a bad win, particularly since like we realize that like they kind of rebuilt the Vatican. Dune Part 2 should win this. I mean, Dune Part 2 should basically be winning every single category it's nominated for, but nope. I'm gonna be salty about that the whole video, by the way. I don't care.
And the Oscar goes to Wicked.
Whoa, yep. Yeah, sorry if I'm short-winded about some of these categories. It's just kind of like, yeah, the movie that we thought was gonna won. We're about to do Best Song. We're about to get the second Oscar for Emilia Perez, and if they don't, then that's fine. Give it to Sing Sing. Why not? Now, I would much rather see it to go to Sing Sing. If they give it to Sing Sing, I'll be so happy. But yeah, it's not. It's Emilia Perez. I didn't really listen to the songs beforehand. I just knew it's a song from Emilia Perez. But like, you really nominated the Mi Camino. The clip that they did of that didn't sound good at all. Why? I would be so happy right now for just the most wild upset.
The Oscar goes to El Now.
Yep. Emilia Perez, 2-time Oscar winner. Please don't get any more. I really hope International goes to I'm Still Here. I am praying that International goes to I'm Still Here. Oh, documentary short film. Let's see what people told me to predict and see if that was right. The Only Girl in the Orchestra. That sounds like a movie that would win. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. If it doesn't, then I'm shocked. Because I feel like a lot of these votes are just like, which one should I pick? I didn't watch them. That one, Yep. If I ever make a documentary short, I'm just going to I'm going to make sure that it has the most baity title of all time. I do not care. If I feel like that's what happens like with all of these shorts every year. It's like the one with the most it just sounds like the one that would win is the one that will probably win. Because I'm 90% sure that a lot of these people don't actually watch them. Except for, like the big ones, and they go with narratives and stuff like that. Best documentary feature film. I think I remember No Other Land should be the one winning. I don't know. That's just the one that people told me to pick. So yeah, there's you could tell what categories I care about and which ones I don't. Yeah, it should be No Other Land. Okay. What happened to sound? What's the order? Okay, next up is sound. Please be Dune 2. Please be Dune 2. Okay, listen to me, gods of the Academy. Dune Part 2. What gives A Complete Unknown the edge is that it is live performing. I shouldn't be this nervous about sound. But I'll just say the reason why I am nervous is that A Complete Unknown winning over Dune Part 2 kind of sounds similar to when last year A Zone of Interest won over Oppenheimer. So, oh God. Please, Dune Part 2.
The Oscar goes to Dune Part
Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, yay! Thank God my Dune Part 2 is an Oscar winner. Deserved it. Deserved a lot more than just that. But the sound in Dune Part 2, I never told this story on my channel before, but I'm going to say it because this is true, and I'm not just exaggerating. When I got the Dune Part 2 4K, my uncle has a relatively old sound system. It melted part of the interior work to the subwoofer, and he had to buy a replacement piece. It was Dune Part 2 that had so much bass, it literally broke a subwoofer. That deserves an Oscar. Cost my uncle like $50, but okay, best visual effects. We're about to have back-to-back Dune wins, which is nice. So, you know, part of me is like, I'm so happy to actually, you know, see for real Dune Part 2 get its recognition for at least something. But now I'm just like, it could have been and should have been so much more.
And the Oscar goes to Dune Part 2.
Yep. Thank God. Okay, it's the only awards it's winning. I feel like I'm in a social experiment where everyone just kind of forgot that Dune 2 exists and I was the only one.
Amazing cast and crew.
Here we go, best cinematography. It's going to be The Brutalist, but God, I wish it was Dune. The fact that Nickel Boys wasn't nominated for cinematography is crazy, by the way. I like how they're giving more time to, explain these, technical categories.
The Brutalist.
Yep. Amazing cinematography. Not complaining. I really won't complain about this one, but I'll just say it again. Dune should have won this. I'm just gonna stop. It's still a really good win, but if it were up to me, Dune probably would be winning every category, so that's not exactly fair. But hey, my prediction was right, so that's good. Oh, international feature. Please go to I'm Still Here. Please go to I'm Still Here. If this goes to Emilia Perez, I'm going to be so upset, especially now since I've seen both movies. If you have a brain, please go for I'm Still Here. God, please. Or for even Flo. I haven't even seen it. Honestly, anything but Emilia Perez. 2 is enough.
And the Oscar goes to I'm Still Here.
Thank God. We dodged a bullet. Like, thank God. The only thing that does bum me out is that Emilia Perez and Dune Part 2 are about to have the same amount of Oscars. At least now I can't say Emilia Perez has more Oscars than Dune 2. Oh, score. This is going to be The Brutalist. The Brutalist is about to get another Oscar. Dune 2 wasn't nominated because it's uneligible, which is the silliest things. Honestly, I would, out of these picks, I would vote for The Brutalist. Conclave is good, but I would pick that if The Brutalist wasn't there, but The Brutalist clears, I think. I would not be mad if The Wild Robot won this at all. I think that The Wild Robot score is really good, but I would still vote for The Brutalist. Yep. My friend said he looks like Nosferatu. And he's not far off. Okay, so it is time for Best Actor. This is kind of a toss-up. Not really. I think it's Adrian Brody. A Timothy Chalamet upset would kind of surprise me, but if it's going to be anybody, it would be him. But I think it's going to be Adrian Brody. He's kind of won everywhere else. Yes, Timothy Chalamet has SAG, but that is the big one. But Adrian Brody has won everywhere else, and voting closed before SAG happened, and we'll see. But I am pretty sure, this is going to be Adrian Brody. I guess I would pick Sebastian Stan. Yeah, I would. Out of all these nominations, I'd pick Sebastian Stan. But, that's not happening. When I was rewatching Conclave last night, there is one point where Ralph Fiennes screams, but it sounds just like his Voldemort voice. It was the funny. I laughed so hard while watching it. It's when the bomb goes off and he goes, and it sounds just like Voldemort. Dang, Sebastian Stan should be winning. He was so good in this movie. And Jeremy Strong should have won. Okay, who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Adrian.
The Oscar goes to Adrian Brody.
Yep. 2-time Oscar winner now. Good for him. Oh, here's what I find funny. Like, I think Timothy Chalamet is a fantastic actor, and I know people complain about his speech. I personally don't care. People were upset because he's basically saying how bad he actually wants this. But it's so funny how there's such a double standard because it's like, imagine if that was Bradley Cooper. Remember how everyone was so upset because Bradley Cooper was kind of like, I want an Oscar. But it's funny because I think everyone just loves Timothy Chalamet more than they do Bradley Cooper, which is shocking to me because I think they're both very likable. I don't know why people don't like Bradley Cooper, but it's just funny how like kind of like the same things were done, but yet Timothy Chalamet is like it's like it's fine, but Bradley Cooper, it's like how dare you? I personally don't care. He can say whatever he wants. I thought it was understand his feeling that he was describing it. It's totally viable and that's whatever. It's just funny the double standard there.
I'm here once again to represent
Killian.
the
That was a really good speech, even though it was 3 hours long. Ooh, it's director time. It's going to be Sean Baker. If not, then Brady Corbett. And then if it's honestly, if it's a sudden Brady Corbett thing, it's like, is the Brutalist Best Picture? But no, it's Sean Baker. Even if Brady Corbett wins Best Director, I still think it's Anora for Best Picture.
Anora. Sean Baker.
Okay. 4 Oscars for Anora. That is insane. But I'm so happy for Sean Baker. The way that he stands for, indie films, he doesn't make that much money. He's just a regular guy and he's just doing what he loves and he prevails and it's so inspiring. I'm so happy for him. Honestly, I think I have a feeling that Mickey Madison's going to get it now. I just had that feeling. I mean, The Substance got makeup, and then that usually helps Demi Moore a lot. But it's going best case scenario for Anora right now. And if we continue this trend, Mickey Madison might have it. But still, like my prediction at Kill, I still can't change it last second because now I know. But my prediction was officially Demi Moore. But I won't be surprised now if it's Anora. Okay, this is Best Actress. My prediction is Demi Moore, but like Mickey Madison at this point, just because Honora's been doing so much better than I could have thought. It could be Mickey Madison, but we'll see. We will see.
Oscar goes to Mikey Madison.
Wow. Great. I'm so happy with that. Anora is going on with so many awards. I'm so happy for her. Wow. I am so happy about that. Should have listened to the Oscar experts. I saw that 33% chance on their app, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna have to disagree with them because I'm stupid. But no, just always go with them. They're usually right. I don't know. She's such a talent. My God, she was so good in this movie.
Thank you.
Wow, she's only 25 years old. How is she the youngest person to ever win? Who was the youngest person to ever win Best Actress? Okay, no, she's not. 21 was Marlee Matlin, whoever that is. Watch them be like Best Picture Conclave. That'd be crazy. But I do feel bad because Conclave got nothing. But it got so much at BAFTA. They're probably fine. They're fine. Best Picture. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be Anora. Literally, if anything else happens, it'll be like the biggest shocker of all time at this point. I had Mickey Madison as my number 1 up until Demi Moore won, but Screen Actors Guild. Dang.
Anora.
Whoa. That's good. Yep. 4 Oscars. That is insane for Sean Baker. I loved this movie. It shook me to my core when I saw it for the first time. I was so emotionally devastated by this movie, and only very few films have made me feel that way. And films are expressionism and communication, and the way that this movie made me feel was like no other film this year when it comes to raw emotion. loved Nora. I'm really happy that it won Best Picture. I mean, like I know I've been salty about Dune the whole time, but this was my number 2 of the year. So we're holding strong. We had Everything Everywhere, which was my favorite of that year. We had Oppenheimer, that was my favorite of that year. And then we have Nora, that was my second favorite of that year. But, we're holding strong with our Best Picture wins. And despite what we thought a few months ago, this is so much better than Amelia Perez winning Best Picture. So I will take it. And it's not a bad win at all. It's a fantastic win. Should have listened to the Oscar experts on the actress. Should have. And I say that, like, you can probably find, like, my last few reactions to the Oscars, and then it's just, you can make a compilation of me saying, oh, should have listened to them, should have listened to them, should have listened to them. Was there any huge surprises tonight? I mean, there was a lot of, anticipation for certain awards, but, like, I guess, the only real big surprise was, Anora overperforming. Besides that, it's just been kind of, lackluster. That what's been a overall unpredictable award season, it ended on a very predictable note, which is, I don't want to say disappointing, but it's like once you watch the first half of this awards particularly, you can kind of tell where it's going from there. And it would have been nice to kind of have a little bit more of a switch up. Like I said, I would have loved for The Substance to get screenplay, and that would have, been like a nice, fun little ride, even though obviously the voters don't think that way. I'm just thinking about in terms of, as I'm watching this really long ceremony. But yeah, most of these winners, like I said, are good winners. I might do a video if you want me to. Comment down below if you guys want me to do this, where I talk about who I would have picked for nominations and who I would have picked to win, because it would look pretty different. I mean, some of them would look the same, but, overall, there's, like, I think mostly the acting categories, I would have picked different nominations. That's about it for this award season. I apologize. I did not cover this award season as much as I did the last few seasons. I've been busy the last few months. Yeah, next award season, we'll see what happens. I have no idea. I have no preconceived notions on anything. I see Mickey 17 in a few days, but that's probably, if anything, going to be a repeat of, what happened with Dune this year. So it's probably going to be a movie that I love, and then just for it to, just dwindle down because it came out too early in the year. But same thing happened. It's just the delays. Out of 23 categories, how many did I get right? 18 out of 23, which is, I got a 78%. That's usually about how I do. I want to get like a 90% one year. I think one year I did pretty good, but I didn't like predict the shorts categories or whatever. That's that. So yeah, comment down below what you guys thought of the Oscars this year. Were you disappointed? Were you happy with Cohen as the host? I don't know. So yeah, see you guys next year for this is the only video you watch of mine, and if not, then I'll just see you the next video. So like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.